All right, I want to do a little more of this shit show. Let's get going.
If we ignore the issue right now, it only becomes worse as the time goes on.
Just ridiculous. They're actually peddling this whole notion.
And so what I've always believed is that you make smaller increments over time as opposed to waiting until you have to make really large incremental changes.
God.
So by way of that as my introduction, I wanted you all to know.
Oh, by the way, they pulled the same shit in 2008 during the so-called Great Recession. They pulled the exact same shit. Exactly. For those of you who are not paying attention, that this is like a pre-planned. How do we get more money out of the serf population? They create these emergencies. So I mean, what we're having here is a society where your gas bill's up, your electric bill's up, your gas for your car's up, inflation is up, taxes are up, and now they want to raise this too. So along with everything else, they are squeezing you on this, and this is not okay. I want to read this part. This was in the Oregonian here. You know, the paper that's blocked me. I can't. The Oregonian Twitter is blocked me, which I consider a badge of honor. Of course, if I want to look at it, I can do it. You can't block anybody on Twitter. You do know that, right? Okay, the proposed increase would bring in an estimated 5.1 to 2.62 million per year. And that's the amount of money they're talking about. And they're trying to say this is the amount of money that will destroy the agency. So for that amount of money, which is nothing to them and a lot to the people who have no money, they're trying to peddle this idea that it's going to bring down the agency if they don't do this. It's just a lie. It's a bull-faced lie. So so they must know it, right? They must be aware of this. So or they're stupid. I mean, I can't tell what these board members. I know that they get all their information from the executive class. I don't get information from real people, except for the board testimonies. But the board testimonies mean nothing to them.
That when we left the meeting in October, it was unclear whether we were going to come forward with a fair increase proposal for some time in the near future. And there was enough support that the staff did develop.
There's no support in the community for this. Zero. Except for the crazy ass people who are always like saying, we shouldn't be paying anything for public transportation. Let people get their own way around. You know, you have that segment of the population. They're okay spending trillions on wars, but try to do anything for people at home and they go fucking bananas. They think it's some kind of crime if you do that.
It, and it is on the basis of the staff and the general manager's recommendation that we hear them in terms of the pros.
Yeah, see, this is all, you know, they're saying it quite openly. It's coming from the staff and the general manager, and it's all lies. They don't need the money, but they're going to do it anyway because they're all doing it everywhere. So we know this is some kind of a direction from somebody, or they coordinated themselves. All the agencies got together and said, "How are we gonna let's squeeze some more money out of these people." We know that it's a coordinated effort. It's not coming just from the TriMet people. That we know for sure because I see it in other agencies, the exact duplicate. Just like the MBTA Better Bus is an exact duplicate of TriMet's moving forward. Exactly. Exact language. Read it. Read the two of them. They're exactly the same language.
And cons of that today. And at some point, I will be asking for a straw vote of the board so that we can give direction to the staff.
And this is exactly why you need an elected board, by the way. This is why you need an elected board because they're not going to face any, they have no repercussions of what they do here. Okay, none. Because they're political patronage appointments. And the Democratic Party in Oregon and Portland specifically has a complete lock on the governance structures. And the Democratic Party, as Chris Hedges put it, it's not the lesser evil, it's the more effective evil. And that's absolutely true.
as to what they need to start the formal process of informing the community, gathering community input,
Yeah,
and the time.
gathering community input, we already know that will be like, well, you're going to have the kill 'em all. So the kill 'em all, the people who hate public transportation represent a certain segment of the population. I would say it's not the majority. They will definitely have most people against this, and it's parasitical. We already know all this. It's not the right time to be doing this, but they don't care about that because they're elites and they're going to squeeze us. Oh yeah, and they're going to add tolls. They're going to add fares. They're going to increase taxes. Inflation's going up. Rents are going up, and then see they're all conspiring here to kill us. This is not some kind of hyperbole. This is actually what's happening, folks. Wake up.
Title VI evaluation or assessment.
Now, Title VI, how is this? It's completely against Title VI. They're fake Title VI. They created this thing so they can justify their actions. It's phony. It's a phony thing. The Title VI provides some nice fat paychecks for people like John Gardner and all the people around him, but it doesn't do anything for actual people. It's nothing but another bureaucratic distraction.
Having said that, I'm going to now turn over to the general manager, Sam DESUE.
Let's hear this. This is going to be good. Okay, we're going to listen to him, and then I'm going to shut up because I'm way behind today. I'm just not getting anything done that I'm supposed to be getting done here.
For his opening comments. Sam?
Thanks, President Simmons. Let me get my microphone here adjusted.
Oh, this is going to be good. I can't wait.
Thank you all for being here. Also, staff and public. Really appreciate today.
I want to know why they keep Ozzy's picture up here. Is that really necessary? We know he's at the meeting. Do you need to keep his picture on the big screen?
We continue this very important discussion. I want to just pause and just say for us to succeed as an organization, you all know that we must be financial stable.
And as of now, you are leading a completely failed organization. Your organization is a horrible mess. We hear it every day because we're listening to it. And you shouldn't be charging anybody for anything because your service is so bad. But yet you are, aren't you, Sam?
And that can only be accomplished through having a sustainable budget that will consistently deliver reliable transit and all.
Which you don't have.
Also uninterrupted maintenance.
Which you don't have.
Which is incredibly important to this agency in order for us to deliver on our promise to this region.
Which you're not doing.
That we said that we would provide transportation services. At our last board session, we reviewed a number of factors as we looked into our financial future. While our current financial future is stable today, today's discussion is going to give us direction to the next steps
And he's lying.
Around fares. I have also listened to all of you. I've met with all of you and listened to you. And today we're going to share our proposals based on the feedback that was provided here shortly. I really hope the information presented today and at previous strategy sessions will be able to give me and also staff the needed direction that we need today on fares.
Yeah, and it's the other way around. You just heard her tell us that it's the staff and him that tells the board what to do. You see how they're trying to disguise this as like the board is going to do it, but it's actually the staff that's doing it.
So thank you, President Simmons. I'll turn it back to you.
That's it. It's another useless Sam presentation. Nothing. He gives us nothing. Every time we hear from him, he gives us nothing. He's completely useless. $365,000 a year for this nothing. Look at, do you see his movements? Always watch his body movements when he gets done talking. It's very interesting.
So at our board session last month, we had a review of our finances and the role that fares play in them. But today, Nancy Young Oliver, our Executive Director of Finance and Administration, is going to give us a short recap as a reminder for the board as well as to the public. Nancy?
All right, I've had enough. I got things I got to do here, but I wanted to get a little of this in. So it's a short video here today.